Samvyapti and Asamvyapti. That is the focus today. But before that, let's start with a very quick introduction to Vyapti. As we have understood in our previous classes, we have the Paksha, Hetu and Sadhya, which is equivalent to minor term, middle term and major term as in Western syllogism. Now, when I say I saw a smoke on the mountain, what does it imply? It says that if I saw a smoke on the mountain, there is a probability that there is fire on the mountain. So I say there is fire on the mountain. So this major term would be seen on the minor term, but the relation between the smoke and the fire, which is the middle term and the major term, the Setu and the Sadhya, is represented by Vyapti. So Vyapti actually means a state of pervasion. Now when I say Vyapti, what is very important? I am trying to understand a relation between the smoke and fire. So the smoke here is Vyapya and fire is the Vyapak. So Vyapak is what pervades and smoke is pervaded. So when I say a fact pervades, that means fire is accompanied by smoke, and there is where I say a fact is to pervade another when it actually accompanies the another. However, when I say the fact is to be pervaded, that is smoke, it is when it is always accompanied by the another. That means whenever I say there is a smoke, there has to be fire. But when I say fire, it necessarily does not mean there has to be smoke, as in the case of hot iron that we have understood. So in the case of mountain, we would say smoke, and we would definitely say wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Otherwise, the smoke is not possible. But vice versa, when I am trying to say in very simple terms, I can take an example of hot iron ball. Hot iron ball has fire, but it does not have smoke. So that is the kind of relation between the Hetu and the Sadhya, which is explained by Vyapti. Now this Vyapti could be Samvyapti and Asamvyapti. Samvyapti actually means the relation between the middle term and the major term is vice versa. However, the example of smoke and fire is Asamvyapti, but because the relation is it is not equivalent concomitance, in simple words, if I want to say. So let's understand the very first of those, which is the Samvyapti or equivalent concomitance. So when I say it's Samvyapti equivalent concomitance, what does it mean? It simply means whatever is produced is non-eternal. So whatever is non-eternal is produced. So what I am trying to say is a relation between whatever is produced is non-eternal, okay, and whatever is non-eternal is produced. That means either I go forward or I go backward. In very simple terms, if we try to understand that relation remains the same, and therefore it is known as Samvyapti or equivalent concomitance. Now in Western logic, Hamilton also called it as a U proposition. However, we have another case of Asamvyapti. Asamvyapti is also known as Vismaya Vyapti or non-equivalent concomitance. That means when I say there is a smoke, there is fire, that is true. But in all cases where I say there is fire, there has to be smoke is not true. So this is a non-equivalent concomitance. That means only one of the subject is distributed. However, in case of Samvyapti, both the subjects were distributed. So that is the major difference between Asamvyapti and Samvyapti. Also, I can bring in another example of Asamvyapti. Let's say all men are mortal, but all mortals are not men. For example, birds, beasts. So when I say all men are mortal, and at the same time I can say all mortals are not men. There could be birds, there could be beasts. So that means only subject is distributed. in the case of asamvyapti, but that was not the case in the case of samvyapti. In the case of samvyapti, the subject as well as the predicate is distributed. I am free to go vice versa, and it does not change the meaning. It actually brings out the same result. So vyapti has an important position in philosophical constructs, and various philosophical systems have talked about vyapti in different ways. For example, the Charvaks have talked about perception as the only source of valid knowledge. So according to Charvak, perception is the only source of valid knowledge. No generalization from observed particular fact is possible. Buddhism says that vyapti is not the result of generalization. So what under the Buddhist philosophy what we have is that there is one principle of causality which is known as tadatam, and then there is one principle of essential identity which is known as tadatpatti, and between the two we have the relation which is known as panchakarni. Now this panchakarni relation has 5 steps. What are the 5 steps? First is neither the cause nor the effect is perceived. The cause gets perceived, then as the cause is perceived, the effect would be perceived. Now once I have seen the effect, what would happen? The cause would slowly and gradually disappear, and finally the effect would also disappear. And therefore Buddhist philosophy believe that vyapti is not a result of generalization, and it is a kind of perception that actually matters. Advait philosophical construct established by a kind of uncontradicted experience of agreement which is present between two things. So that is a Advait philosophical construct. When it comes to the Nyaya philosophy, Nyayikas play an important role. They focus on 4 valid praman, or the 4 important source of knowledge, which we have already covered in a separate lecture. What are those? Those are, first of all, the pratyaksh, what is your perception, then the inference or anuman, comparison or upaman, and then the shabd or the verbal testimony that is there. So according to Nyaya philosophy, any uncontradicted experience that is being present between two things and not by any a priori principle, which is the causality or the identity, is responsible for the vyapti. So that is the Nyaya principle, which actually does not believe in any kind of a priori principle that are present. And finally we have the Vedantins. The Vedantins, similar to the Nyaya scholars, have a established basis which is based on a simple enumeration. So we have a series of steps that are to be believed under Vedantins. So vyapti is a very important aspect that we have covered in our previous lectures also. The theme of this lecture was to understand the difference between the samvyapti and the vismay vyapti or the asamvyapti. Samvyapti, I repeat again in concise, is where you have the subject and predicate which is distributed. So however, in the case of vismay vyapti, the subject is only distributed. So when I say wherever there is a smoke there is fire, that is correct, but when I say wherever there is fire there is a smoke, we have an immediate exception. What? A hot iron ball. Similarly, when I say all men are mortal, I cannot say all mortal are men, because there could be birds, there could be beasts. So that is an example of vismay vyapti or asamvyapti. So this was a very important construct around the two terms, and also samvyapti is known as equipolant concomitance, and asamvyapti is also known as vismay vyapti or non-equipolant concomitance. So those are some of the terminologies you must be familiar with. We would be covering many more interesting concepts in Indian logic. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful day ahead.